My name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds on the program and kept that weight off for considerable time now. And I just really am honored and privileged to try to help other people do what I've done and what tens of thousands of others have done with the unique, uncommon Shibboleth lifestyle. Very powerful food combinations put together, structured together in a practical, sustainable lifestyle format so that you can not only lose the weight, you won't ever gain it back if you adhere to the easy to follow Shibboleth lifestyle. So this can be a new day for somebody here. I hope it's you. This program changed everything for me. And I believe with all my heart it's what God called me to do. I'm busy as a bee, cheerful as a cricket, steady as a clock, standing on the rock. And I want people to join me. I'm on a mission. I have a great team that's on a mission. And now we have like 40 plus partners. We need 3,000. We've got like 40 partners, 40 and then some they're becoming a part of this ministry too, and they're going to help us save lives with it. We're just friends helping friends with the most powerful educational program that I know of that anyone can do. So we're welcome. We're glad you're with us. This is our Q&A session for our free community members and our lifetime and partner members. It's a great time to get your questions answered. Certainly you have our great mentors that you can schedule a one-on-one with, and they can help you with personalized meal planning, answer questions for you. But as the founder of this company, of this ministry, I love to make myself available too, to answer as many questions as I can and expound on the information so that it makes more sense to you as you're learning it. Sometimes something you might see a formula, or you might see, something mentioned like food combinations, and you're like, I don't even know what they're talking about. This is a good time for me to break down the efficacy of the program, answer questions. What you'll find is me giving you just a meal plan. We do that, right? But if I give you just a meal plan, then as soon as that, you won't care if it's working. You don't care how it works. If it's working, you feel better and it's working. But what happens is you'll have those days where you think you've hit a plateau and you get frustrated and you think it's not working anymore. Not true. So that's what we do. We teach you how food breaks down in your body. We teach you about behavior modification. That way, when times you go through a little uncomfortable time period, you're still committed to the program because you understand what's going on in your body. So we like to tell you not only what to do, but why, right? So let's get going. Any questions? Hey, Melissa's back. Curiosity question, ask away. That's what I'm here for. Amanda, this is just a curiosity question. Can you explain how or why not getting in 1/2 gallon of water stops sufficient fat burning? It doesn't. And I don't think I've ever said that. I would suggest that your premise would be, if it's in the bulletproof shield, if water is in the bulletproof shield, it must be because it helps you lose fat. And if I don't drink my water, I'm not going to lose fat. That's not true. If you're in a calorie deficit, daily, weekly, monthly, you're going to lose body weight. If you are in a calorie deficit, I don't care if you're eating Twinkies. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose body weight. Now, what was the key there that I just said? You're going to lose what? Body weight. What is body weight? Water, glucose, poo-poo, fat, muscle. We're not trying to lose muscle. We're not trying to lose bone density, etc. We're trying to lose fat, unhealthy, unsightly, excess fat. We're not even trying to lose our essential fat, and we want to keep a lot of our reserve fat. We want to get rid of excess fat that stores and holds toxins, that propagates cancer, that causes diabetes, all kind of things. Excess fat, it's got to go. Okay, so the way to do that is calorie deficit and then insulin control through food combinations. That's it. That's how you get into efficient fat burning status. Now, why is water listed as number 1 on the Bulletproof Shield? If you are not hydrated, you will not lose as much fat while you are, because water is needed to be a catalyst for the chemical reactions that allow for body fat loss. For body fat to be used as an energy source in times of calorie deficit, you've got to be hydrated adequately. If you're not hydrated adequately, you will not lose as much fat as you could. Besides, water is the healthiest of all things that we can consume. You've got to have it. It's only second to oxygen. You can't live long without water, and it eliminates toxins. It does so much for us. And I put it as number 1 as also a behavior modification tool. Because if someone will not drink a half a gallon of water a day, as easy as that is, and you say, I want to lose weight, but I'm not drinking a half a gallon of water a day, good luck. Because you're saying the easiest thing to do, I'm not willing to do to lose weight. That's literally the easiest thing to do. So I have it there for physiological reasons, and I have it there for mental reasons. Does that make sense, everybody? Perfect. So somebody's asking about the shield. Joni, are you here, Joni? Okay, she's here. So Joni, if you don't know where it's at, Sasha does, I think, know where the Shibboleth shield is, the graphical image. But here is the shield. Let me give it to you now. Let me give it to everybody. It's just not going to be pretty. It's going to be just text. So number 1 is your water. Watch this. Water, journal, combinations, portions, timing. Bless the Lord. There is my lifestyle. Water, journal, food combinations, portions, timing. Bless the name of the Lord. That's a perfect day. No doubt about it. If I follow the right definitions of those, I'm losing body fat. And then there's a pretty graphic somewhere that we can get to you. Okay. Sheila has a question. Will sugar-free popsicle 15 calories break a fast? I treat it as it does, but you don't have to. It really won't break a fast. I'm tough on myself. 15 calories without any protein, without any fat, very little carbohydrate, negligible number of calories. If you really want to do that, for me, it's an act of discipline. So when I'm fasting and I've declared fasting time, I'm just not going to eat. So if you need to, and you just want to know for physiological, mine are also mingled with my spiritual reasons, and being a former person out of control with food, I want to know every day what it feels like to say no to myself. But if you don't mind having just constantly, you just really need that, and it's important to your well-being mentally, sugar-free Jell-O, not going to break a fast. Sugar-free popsicle, not going to break a fast. But for purposes of Travis, it's a spiritual thing for me. I don't need it, so I'm just doing it for the mental side of it. No, I want to be a strong, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. Everybody's got to work out their own salvation themselves. You can't work it out for me. I can't work yours out. For me, I know my weaknesses, and I'm apt to let my flesh run me over. So I want to put my flesh under subjection to my spirit. And if I look at it this way, I'm enslaved by food if I think I got to have something more often than like if I can't go with a 16-hour fast, food's got me enslaved. I mean, what's 16 hours including sleep? Hope that makes sense. Melissa, I have a curiosity question. Why is just a category 1 better than a 1+2? I'm I'm asking this question based on the red chart. Let me pull up the right red chart. Hold on. Because it shouldn't be listed that way. Yeah, it's not. I don't see that. If you can point me to where it's at, it would be an error because I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Here's what I'm seeing. So help me out with this. Maybe I can explain my philosophy. So Melissa, I'm seeing that 1 and 2 are in the red column. And this ain't even the right chart. Maybe you're talking about the advanced one. Let me pull up the advanced one. That beginner chart, I don't even understand it anymore because I don't do it. I do the advanced one. So 1 and a 1. Let me go read your question again. I have a curiosity. Why is just a category 1 better than a 1 plus 2? It's not. I don't see where that would be anywhere. Right here it says 1 plus 2. A yellow for an advanced person, we moved 1 over to the yellow. The beginner combinations, if you've graduated from those by far, Melissa. So the advanced ones, these are not listed in order. They're just kind of in the column that makes the most sense. Red column is the best for fat loss and muscle preservation. Then yellow column is a very close second. Blue column is your liberal column, a little slower weight loss, but not sure I'm understanding the question. Oh, no. If it's at the top, it's just at the top. The only thing where I put what I feel is order of importance, and that's from more of a behavior modification standpoint, is the bulletproof shield. So if somebody's not willing to drink water and somebody's not willing to journal, I personally know they are not ready to lose weight. When people give me crap about having to journal, and you may be here today, it may be some of y'all, I'm not being mean. If you won't journal and you think that's just a deal breaker and you just won't do it, you do not want to lose weight bad enough to be successful. So there you go. Oh, water is also very satiating, someone says. Very good. Water is very satisfying. A lot of times when you feel you're hungry, you're just really dehydrated. I'm going to do some work on these combination charts. I'm going to change them up some just to make them make more sense. They haven't been visited for a while. I think I can revisit some of this, and I see no errors, but I see some challenges with it that might be challenging for the new folks. Any other questions? Anything at all today? We're happy to answer any question, even unreasonable ones. Hadn't had any of those yet. There's no dumb question. We got about 80 folks watching. I know you have something on your mind and heart, so don't be shy. I won't bite. Tammy says, you are right. I have been guilty, and that has kept me from succeeding, starting over. Yay. Want to do everything it takes. That's a righteous person there. Got knocked down, getting back up. The wicked get knocked down, stay down. The righteous, they might fall 70 times, but they just keep getting up. Good job. What makes a person advanced? You've earned your fast track badge, and then after you've earned your fast track badge, you spent considerable time living the lifestyle, in my estimation. And it's going to be real easy on the new website because there's curriculum based. It's like you've got fast track curriculum, then you've got Shibboleth journey curriculum, and then you've got the Tiger's Eye curriculum, right? So when I say advanced, I mean somebody that's moved on, and now they're also not just eating for fat loss, but they're eating in a way to preserve muscle or build muscle. They're exercising. They're taking a deep dive into intermittent fasting, 16-hour fasting greater. They understand very much about food breakdown and the thermic effect of food. So you're just moving. You've got your fast track folks, then the Shibboleth journey. You've earned your fast track badge. Now it's time to live this lifestyle a while. And then after you've lived it a while, got considerable weight off, then we take that deeper dive into wellness. How is our web developer in the Ukraine? They still hanging in there. They've moved to, there's nowhere safe in the Ukraine right now. They've moved to a little safer locale, and he's a trooper. He's still working, has internet access, but they're not in a good place. I appreciate you praying for him and asking for him. He's got a 6-year-old daughter and a wife, and they had to leave their home because it was attacked. Their residential area was. There was attacks all around it, so he got his family out of Dodge, and they're on the western side of Ukraine now, and he don't know what's going to happen. So y'all remember him. I believe this is Christine. I only see Christ and ... I like my Spark watered down, like a scoop in a 24 to 32 ounce glass of water. I don't count that as my water, but I've always wondered if I could count it as a portion of my gallon of water. Again, this goes to what I said earlier. I will never teach this as a rule. But if that's something somebody wants to do, if they're that opposed to drinking water, then anything that's Diet Coke will hydrate you. A caffeine-free Diet Coke will hydrate you. But would I wash my internal organs with a Diet Coke? Would I wash my Would I get in the shower and wash my external organs with a Diet Coke or coffee or Spark? No. I like to keep it half a gallon or more of real water, plain water, every day. But if you decided, if you're who I think you are, I can't see your full name, you've moved on, right? You can start personalizing your own approach. And if you want to call watered down Spark your water, go ahead. But just know that that's not something. If you said in a Facebook group, Travis said Spark is water. This is why I have to be careful. I hope y'all understand what I'm up against. Walk in my moccasins. If you say it, like I've told people personally, y'all ever read that in the Bible? I'm not comparing myself to my hero, Jesus. No. But how many times Jesus said, I'm doing this for you, but don't go tell nobody, or I can't do no works here anymore. And what happened? They go tell and it run him out of town, right? So it's the same thing for all of us, right? So when we're in the group and you say, let's say I told you personally, this happens to me all the time. I tell you personally, well, yeah, based upon what you're throwing at me, this is your individual way you live your life, okay? This is how you live your life. If that's how you live it, we can modify my rules for you this way. There's nothing you can't do. It's understanding what to do in all situations. So I might tell somebody like Christ, I think it's Christine, I'm not sure. But I might say, ma'am, based upon what you've told me, and you're still getting a half a gallon of water or a quart of water, I think that would be fine to count as your water. But that's for you, okay? Because you're not doing anything else crazy. Let's do that. That will work for you, okay? One-on-one. That's for you. Then I'll say, but don't go tell that. And then I'll see that person go right into the group and say, Travis said that we could have Spark as water. Well, why can't they? If she can, why can't they? What if they're drinking nothing but caffeinated beverages and they're not been around long enough to understand that water hydration allows us to flush toxins, remain satiated, help us have bowel movements. When we drink caffeinated beverages that have water in them, they may hydrate us a little bit, but they also have the ability to dehydrate a little bit, and you won't be as regular with your bowel movements. So there's a lot to unpack. If I'm working with you one-on-one, you may say, bowel movements aren't a problem for me. I poop 3 times a day. What's the big deal? But I got somebody, I go, well, before you count Spark as your water, how often do you go to the bathroom? They go, well, I'm struggling with that. I only go to the bathroom about once every 2 days. It's either a lack of movement or dehydration or some other factor. So I would want them to stick with the rules. So don't get mad. I've lost clients. When I tell you something personally that's for you, and then you go put it in a group, and then one of our members, like one of our team members, like Kim, says that's wrong. Can't get mad at Kim, right, Kim? Right, Kim Shibboleth? Is she still here? You can't get mad at us. There's rules for everybody. Then the more we know about an individual situation, we can kind of branch off those rules. Does that make sense? That was Christy Rich. Hey, Christy. Let me go back up. Lots of good questions coming in. Bear with me. Can I take my Omegaplex with first eating episode? Charles, you be specific, but I know your situation. You're doing a challenge. Okay, so Omegaplex is part of that challenge. You can take Omegaplex with any eating episode that you want to. Would you look at my journal and tell me if this is okay by me not losing it over a week? Is everybody okay for us to look at Joan's journal here live? Joan, can I do it live? If the rest of the group's okay, that's what I'll do. All right, let me pull it up. Don't forget, Travis is one man, right? Travis is one fella, and he ain't the strongest fella. So my point is, I'm getting tons of requests to check people's journal privately. If we need a private journal check, what do we do, everybody? Believe it or not, there's folks that hadn't heard that we do this or can't believe we do it. You do a one-on-one, get a mentor, and that mentor is happy to do it privately for you. Let me get Jones pulled up. Glad to hear she's journaling, though. That's good. Joan, while I'm pulling yours up, I need, if you don't mind, you may not feel comfortable telling me this. You probably do since you're letting me look at your journal. But I need your height, weight, and age, and how much total weight you've lost. One of the things we never want to do is say, I haven't lost in over a week and leave it at that. That is a behavior modification no-no. You either believe me or you don't. That is a behavior modification no-no. That hurts you and it hurts others because you're not, what is something we want to do as a Christian? It took me forever to learn. What is something we want to do if we're a Christian, y'all? We want to always focus on the good. If we're going to talk about the bad, we need to talk about the good twice as much. Does that make sense? Your words are powerful. So if you're one of those people that are like I used to be, I didn't focus on any of the good. I only focused on the bad. I thought the good stuff will take care of itself, the bad won't. So when you hit a plateau, don't go post, I didn't lose any weight in a week. Say, I've lost X amount of pounds so far. I'm doing great, but I have hit a little stall. Tell it all. I'm not talking to Joan. I'm just talking to all of us. Joan says 5'6", 184. How much weight have you lost total, Joan? 5'6", 184, 9.4. When did you start, Joan? When did you start seriously? Okay, so here's what I meant. This might help somebody, Joan. Thank you this is vulnerable of Joan. How about a round of applause for Joan? Anytime somebody's very transparent and vulnerable and they're going to be coached right in front of everybody, a lot of people are not so brave. Now, let me pick on Joan in a loving way. She's lost almost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Is that good, everybody? Now let's look at her journal. She's killing it, all right? So let's take a look back on the 1st of March. Perfect day. 1 boiled egg, 2 slices of Canadian bacon, beautiful. Garlic grilled shrimp, broccoli, salad with no dressing. Why aren't all my beginning students this good? Way to go. Awesome job. Beautiful. Perfect day. Now, when I do this, I'm assuming, Joan, that every eating episode is listed. If it's not, please tell me. 2 scrambled eggs, 2 slices of Canadian bacon. I'm so used to people eating mush mush, even approved mush mush. I'm so pleased with this that she's eating whole foods. 6-ounce chicken breast, salad, and a condiment. What kind of dressing are you using, Miss Joan? What kind of dressing? Let's don't overlook anything. One of the things I'd like to see everybody do is, when you can, take a picture and upload it or use your app so that I can see your portions. If you're ever going to want me or a mentor to check your journal, us being able to see portions, especially for beginners, is critical. And Joan, if that salad dressing, so I can move on here, if that salad dressing is approved, this is beautiful. You're doing great. And she's just having 2 eating episodes a day. If she's hungry, she can have a 3rd eating episode, okay? But if she's not hungry, I love to see this. Now, if she's having a white knucklet and feels like she's really hungry, I'd want her to go and have another eating episode. But she's doing terrific. Another beautiful day. Steak and salad. Now, that steak's going to have some extra calories in it, but it's allowed. So 4 and a 2, again, as long as her salad dressing is correct. Grilled shrimp, salad. Again, the salad dressing is the only pause I have. What kind of salad dressing? She's eating a lot of whole foods. Chicken breast, la tortilla wrap, and a condiment. Same thing for dinner. So she had 2 chicken wraps, plenty of food. If she's not hungry, she doesn't have to have any more than that. With 12 ounces of chicken, she's getting plenty of protein, and then there's some additional protein in that tortilla that's approved. So proud of you. Great job. 2 eggs and 8 ounces of milk. Joan, I don't know if you're still with us or if we lost you, but what kind of milk? We may have lost Joan. Milk-wise, we're looking at fat-free Fairlife milk or Kroger Carb Master milk. So 2 scrambled eggs, portions good there. What did she cook those eggs in? Hopefully a cooking spray or MCT oil. And then instead of having a veg, so your scrambled eggs is a category 4. Your milk is a category 1 if it's approved milk. Can she do a 4+1 by itself, everyone? Yes, good job. Chicken breast and asparagus stalks, beautiful. Got that. She's just killing it. There is nothing wrong with what she's doing. All right, finally, a 3rd eating episode. She had a 3rd eating episode. Scrambled eggs, 2 slices of Canadian bacon, 8 ounces of milk. So that's 140 calories. I don't know what she cooked it with. 2 Canadian bacon, I'm at 200. Still good. I feel still good here. 4 and a 1. Chicken breast, asparagus, and then she had 1/8 of a cup of pecans as a snack. It is a category 6, but 1/8 of a cup, that's just a snack portion. How'd she do on this day, y'all? I got a star student here. Awesome job. Hope she's still with us. She's killing it. Grilled shrimp, a Hebrew fat-free Frank, probably 97% lean. I don't think they have fat-free Hebrew National, but if she got the lean one, she's good. La tortilla condiment, beautiful. She's just killing it. Great job. Couldn't be better. There's Joan. Joan's back. Thought I lost you, Joan. Wine vinegar for salad dressing and unpasteurized milk. Keep those calories low on that unpasteurized milk. Oh, I got you. I got you. You're using that as the milk. I had to think about that one. I had to think about that. You're probably okay. Continuing on. 1 English light muffin that's approved, 2 Canadian bacon, egg, and that milk. I'm going to have to check into your milk. May need some more protein there, Joan. Not sure. That's probably got plenty of protein. Probably fine. 6 ounces. I don't want to add it to the program as a category 1, though, because you're adding fat. Fat-free Fairlife isn't, you're not adding fat. Kroger Carmaster, not adding fat. With yours, you're adding fat. I got to think about that. The way you're using it, Joan, see if this makes sense. The way you're using it, this is an individualized thing. I don't want other people doing it because you're eating so clean. You're not eating anything here that's going to spike blood sugar. Does that make sense, Joan? So the way you're doing it is great, but others will not do it that great. Okay, good. Make sure we're on the same page. 2 eggs, 2 Canadian bacon, the milk, chicken breast, salad. I mean, what? There is nothing going on bad here. This is great stuff. Steak, salad, condiment, la tortilla wrap, boar's head. Are you getting any? You're doing great. Are you getting any movement in? Are you getting any exercise, Joan? And you may not want to answer this. If we were working privately, I'd want to know how often you're going to the bathroom. So let me pull up the weight loss, not the weight loss calculator, but theidealweight.com. Let's take a look at something else. Okay, so we're going to look and see what Joan should be expecting from a weight loss standpoint. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. I don't think I ever seen your age. How old are you, Miss Joan? 5'6", 184. 76. Bathroom daily. Joan, if you're able to, you might want to just to break through a little plateau you're having, because you've lost, what's happening is you've lost weight so fast. Sometimes your body's going to reel it back a little bit, but it's got to go. It's got to come off. But I'm going to give you some numbers to help you. So 76, 5'6", that's 66 inches, and 184 pounds. Sin. And it says top range of where you should be is about 148, got 35.5 pounds. So I want you to take 150 times 8, which would be 1,200 calories. I want you to stay at 1,200 or below, continuing to eat like you're eating. You're doing great. Okay? Doing a fantastic job. When you get into maintenance, you would go to about 1,500 calories a day. So just watch those calories. Try to think about getting some movement in, and the fat's got to go. The excess fat has to go because you're doing everything right. It's just a biological fact. Great job. Good job. Any questions, anybody? Any questions, Joan? $10 pounds in 2 weeks, even if most of it come off on the front end, if we stay consistent, you're going to start losing about 1% of your body weight a week, Joan. I want you to focus on your 184 So at the beginning of this week, you're 184. You should focus on trying to get off 1% this week, which would be 1.84 pounds. Can you do that for me, Joan? Okay. Then next week, when you lose 1.84, you'd be down 2, you'd be at 182 pounds. And next week, your goal would be 1% of that, 1.82 pounds. You've gotten off to a momentous start. Now it's about consistency and persistence, and every month dropping 7 or 8 pounds of excess body fat. And just think about what the summer is going to look like for you. Great job. Let's see if I got any questions on Facebook. How do you know the calculation? Suzette, can you expound? Are you wanting a calculation for your weight and for calories or some other calculation? Anybody else? Any other questions? Let's keep it going. I am ready and not discouraged. Thank you, Travis. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing and being transparent. I'm sure it helps everybody here. Any nutrition questions, behavior modification questions? Suzette wants to know the calculations. It's about to be on the website so that partners, all of our partners, see their personal calculations without having to do math. But I need you to do some math, okay? So what is your ideal weight, Suzette? Everybody can follow along with myself and Suzette. What is your ideal weight? You can use the idealweight.com to determine what your ideal weight should be. And then tell me what your ideal weight, your desired ideal weight is. Like, what's your happy place? Like, my happy place is 195 pounds, 200 pounds. That's my happy place. What's yours, Suzette? Sheila Elrod says, still doing an 18-hour fast every day with a 6-hour eating window and loving it. Good job. You're getting in autophagy every single day. And if you're consistent and persistent with autophagy over the next 12 months, you're going to clean the house. You're going to become a whole new person, even from a cellular standpoint. So Suzette says, I think 125. Okay, so you could go to www.theidealweight. Do you mind telling me how tall you are? And I can kind of eyeball it. How tall are you? We don't want you to have a weight that's too low. We want to try to talk you out of that unless it's about right. How tall are you, Suzette? I am 61.5. Okay, so that's a good weight. So we're going to take 125. That's your ideal weight, Suzette. 125 times 8, the number 8. That gives you 1,000 calories because you're small frame during the weight loss mode, assuming your doctor agrees. Doctor agrees. I'm not a doctor. I'm a sports nutrition person. You need 1,000 calories a day with whole foods, right combinations. Okay. When you reach your ideal weight of 125, we're going to 1,300 calories a day. Does that make sense, Suzette? Multiply your ideal weight times 8 to figure out what your weight loss phase daily calories should be. Now, you don't even have to do that. You just follow the Shibboleth shield and it all takes care of itself. But I finally give in a couple of years ago. And I used to say, we don't count calories. I was stubborn about it. But I've given in. Y'all broke me because people want to know their calories. So, okay. Maintenance, you take it times 10. Muscle building times 12. Okay. Somebody's asking me to scroll up. I had a question about ACV. Let me see if I can find it, or you can post it again for me. Be a grace giver in love. I love that. Sharon, I've just started drinking apple cider vinegar with Diet 7-Up. Is 1 tablespoon twice a day enough to have benefits? And could you go over some of the benefits? We do that in the video library. There's several on ACV. We've made a whole lesson out of ACV before. It's not mandatory to the program. Yes, 2 servings of it a day is plenty to get the benefits out of it. It helps you alkalize the body, and it helps your body be better able to control blood sugar if you consume it before a meal. If you better able to control blood sugar, you get less insulin response. So that's the major benefits there. Melissa Wells, I've been doing 18-6 or 17-7, meaning 17-hour fast, 7-hour eating window, and stopping eating before the sun goes down, getting amazing results. Great job. We all need to know how to eat after sunset if we have to have something. But at the same time, for optimization, trying to stop that eating, make that a habit after sunset, you'll get really amazing benefits. What is a good multivitamin? There are many on the market that are good. There are many that are bad. Obviously, I'm going to promote the brands that I feel are safe and a good value cost comparison. So for me, always first and foremost, Advocare Coreplex. Assuming your doctor allows, I'd rather see you with Coreplex and iron, especially the ladies, Coreplex with iron. But Coreplex, next, Zero Drag, next, Thorn, next, Onnit, next, Beverly. Those are the brands I prefer to stick to. Is there something like Carb Quick without the oil flakes in it? I'm not sure, Tammy, I understand the question. Without oil flakes in it? The only breading that I use is coconut flour. If I'm wanting to bread anything, the only thing I use is coconut flour, Bob's Red Mill TVP, and Carb Quick, and almond flour. So there's 4: almond flour, coconut flour, Bob's Red Mill TVP, ground into a flour. I just put it in a coffee grinder and grind it into flour, and Carb Quick. Your dumplings fell apart. I haven't made the dumplings. Sasha makes the dumplings all the time, and I'm pretty sure she uses Carb Quick. Since I don't make it, I don't feel really like I should, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But Sasha makes that recipe a lot. Tammy, you might want to reach out to her and ask her what she does. Now, she may surprise me, may be using something other than Carb Quick, like almond flour, but I suspect that she's using Carb Quick, and they're always delicious and not falling apart. So if you don't mind, ask her that, or I will after class. Yeah, Amy says that you know what she's talking about. It's like little white flakes in it. We haven't had a problem using it, but Sasha may have had a problem using it. I cook when it's my time to cook, I'm grilling or pan frying. I'm not good at the recipes. I'm good at making sure the nutrition in the recipe's right, but I'm not good at putting it together and cooking it. Sasha does all that and is great at it. I'd probably bow to her on that one and see what she thinks. Sorry, I can't be of more assistance on that recipe. Joni Garrett says there are several recipes regarding that, chicken and dumplings, and the #1 recipe works better. Kim O says you can't stir the dumplings, follow the recipe exactly. Kim, is it safe to say, Kim and Joni, that y'all figured out how to manage that as Sasha has? Good. So Tammy, there's a good resource. I'm your grill master. Thanks for the question, though. I didn't know that was an issue. Any other questions? Good to see everybody connect too. You know, it's good to see friends helping friends, making this a real movement. Lord knows our country really needs it. Learning to do it eating out, learning to do it in the home. There's nowhere we can't live the Shibboleth lifestyle. Every restaurant's approved. Every food is approved. It's just all how we structure it. That's why it resonated with me. I thought, I'm just not willing to give up anything. So let me put it in a structure whereby I can still have all this good stuff and lose weight. Anybody else? Kim says, we also have a recipe for baking mix in the library that works in place of Carb Quick. I didn't know that. Good. For those who are gluten-free. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Kim. Tressa on Facebook asked if intermittent fast from 8 to 12, 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. I'm trying to do 16 hours, but usually it's more like 14 to 15 hours. If I don't do 3 eating episodes, I feel hungry. Should I adjust my eating episodes and calories? If I'm on, no, you could still, if you could, no, you shouldn't make any adjustment. You shouldn't go over 3 eating episodes, regardless of what your eating window is. Now, if you've got a shorter eating window, it's not as healthy for your digestion because you're putting meals back to back to back. But the purpose of a fast is not to consume anything. Now, you could do an intermittent fast with a 12-hour fast. Then you definitely can get, in those other 12 hours, you definitely can get 3 eating episodes in, because that 12-hour fast is including your sleep. But if you're choosing, like I do, like Melissa does, if you're choosing to have a shorter eating window, you're probably looking at 2 eating episodes instead of 3. Now, if you need it, keep in mind, if you need it, break your fast. Breaking a fast is not a holiday. Y'all all understand that, right? Breaking a fast is not a beginner component. Our fasting is not a beginner component. A person starting our program can have up to 3 eating episodes a day. Excuse me, let me take that back. Can have up to 3 meal episodes a day, 1 approved snack a day, and freebies. Now, do I want everybody doing that? No. The weight loss is going to be slower. You'll be healthier because you're eating better foods. You're controlling insulin better, but you're still not getting great recovery because you're digesting food all the time. You're eating before your food has moved through all the phases of digestion. You're never turning on, up-regulating autophagy. None of that good stuff's happening. But you can have 3 meal episodes, an approved snack episode, and freebies if you need it. So let's say that I decide I'm having a 16-hour fast. And I've got it planned even in my journal. I'm going to have a Tiger 16. But I'm hungry and I'm in my fasting zone. I'm not in my open eating window. I had 2 meals during my open eating window. I haven't had 3 eating episodes. I had 2 because I couldn't fit 3 in. But I'm really hungry. I feel the growl. It's not mental weakness. It's right. I'm really physiologically hungry. Then I will break my fast and have that meal and just call it a perfect day instead of a Tiger 16. I will make that adjustment in the day, if that makes sense. Let me know if I didn't unpack that question the right way. Based upon what I read, that's how I'm understanding the question. Anyone else? Any other questions? Three minutes left. I got some extra time if there's more questions, but if not, then we don't want to wear on you. Remember, everybody, when you start, either go through the free community program or earn your fast track badge. That's your options. Attend class, journal. We'll learn this together. You'll get there if you'll just keep attending. Thanks, Chris. If you need help with a meal plan because you're not understanding the program, get that mentor appointment. Our folks are amazing. They love helping you with your meal plans, etc. There's even a meal plan generator on the website if you don't have time for a mentor appointment to help you generate meal ideas. We leave nothing out. How do we get 2 eating episodes in with intermittent fasting of 16 hours? Again, I feel like I'm probably misunderstanding the question. To me, it's very simple. So if I'm doing a 16-hour fast, okay, if I've committed to a 16-hour fast, then there's 24 hours in a day. That leaves 8 hours of an eating window. I'm not eating anything while I sleep. So let me give it to you this way. So last night, I stopped eating at, say, 7 p.m. hypothetically, 7 p.m. So I set my timer on my phone, and I've got to 16 hours has got to pass by without me having anything but water. So after 7, I'm not eating. I go to bed at 11, and at 7 a.m. the next morning, 12 hours has passed. Hear me out. 12 hours has passed. If I follow the Shibboleth lifestyle and I have a 12-hour fast, that's an IMF day. Well, that's pretty good. Not much autophagy going on there, but we said 16 hours. So now I've got to wait 4 more hours. So at 11 a.m., 7 p.m. the night before, at 11 a.m., I can break my 16-hour fast with my first eating episode if I have chosen to declare a fast because I feel that I enjoy it and it's healthier and I'm giving my body better time to process all the food I ate the day before. So that's how I break my 16. So her question is, how would I get into eating episodes? Well, I get one right then about 12 o'clock. I'm eating an eating episode, and then I have dinner at 6 p.m. So it would look like this for me on that day. Even if I wanted 3 eating episodes, have my lunch at noon, have me a midday snack. So I have an approved, let's say I went to Wendy's. So at noon, I broke my fast with Wendy's chili and a side salad. Then at 3 p.m., I have Health Smart peanut butter patties as a snack. Then for dinner, I have chicken breast and green beans and potato. That was 3 eating episodes. And then I start my next 16-hour fast if I want to fast. Now, she also said, well, what about a 24-hour fast? You can't have 2 meals. No. In your 24-hour fast, you stop eating for 24 hours. And then when 24 hours is gone, you decide what kind of day you're going to have the next day. I like to see people do a 16-hour fast. It's real simple. That last meal the day before, you start your timer like this. Here's what Travis does. You may not want to do it. Here's what I do. See that? Okay. I just reset it. When I eat my last meal tonight, boom. I'm not eating again until that timer. If I declare a 12-hour fast, then it's me against the timer, me against the diet devil. If I declare a 16-hour, 24-hour, now if my blood sugar drops, I'm going to be reasonable. I'm going to drink me a bio coffee or something. I don't have to totally break my fast if my blood sugar drops. I can have some fruit, something to get my blood sugar up. But that's how I do it. And then it's just a matter of eat when you're hungry in your eating window. Don't eat if you're mentally hungry. Eat if you're physiologically hungry. Does that make sense? Janice, are we supposed to still be getting emails with the nutrition and behavior modification lessons? We're texting them out every day. They're being texted out. We're having problems with our client, our email client that should be repaired today. So I think the last email lesson you got was lesson 10. 9 or 10. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, they should start back up today as we've been texting till we could get some things. As Melissa knows, we're having issues where people have unsubscribed in the past, and now they're trying to resubscribe to email and text. We've identified some of the challenges. So the emailed ones, if you prefer them over the texted ones, they're the same lessons. You should start seeing those back today. We think we've got that situation semi-remedied. Sonia, so if I eat my last meal at 8 that night and go to bed at 10, so I will still lose at night when I'm hungry. Okay, so there are 2 ways to lose body fat. Does anybody know what the 2 ways are? Fasting does not mean you will lose weight. Fasting does not mean you lose weight. It may mean you lose weight. It does not mean you lose weight. Fasting means you live longer. Okay, it's a wellness component. It's a wellness component. There are only 2 ways to lose body fat: calorie control, calorie deficit, and insulin neutralization through food combining. That's how we lose. So when somebody asks me that question, you promise I'm going to lose? No. I promise you're going to lose body fat if you operate week over week in a calorie deficit and you control insulin. I hope that makes sense. Trying a different way to explain it. Joan says, I'm getting the shaky feeling too. So should I have some berries? So Joan, your journal I checked. If you recall, I said, if you're not hungry, 2 eating episodes is fine. But if you're hungry, you can have a third, right? Now, if you're a diabetic and you discuss it with your physician and you're getting shaky, I recommend the following things as an extra only for people dealing with low blood sugar. Are you ready? Everybody want to write these down? Not diabetic, okay, but you feel your blood sugar's dropping. It's because you're only having 2 eating episodes. So you could have a third approved eating episode. You could do that. You could still easily stay under your calorie threshold. Or if you feel this is just a low blood sugar moment, you can do one of the following: a cup of bio coffee as an extra, a serving of Advocare Rehydrate as an extra, only if you're pretty certain it's a low blood sugar moment, or any serving of an apple, orange, or berries. Does that make sense, Joan? Now, if you're not having a low blood sugar moment, we do not want you to eat fruit by itself in the weight loss phase. Everybody let me know you're clear on that, because that gets hairy. People start hearing what they want to hear, not what I said. And then I'll see in the journal, everybody eating fruit by itself in the weight loss phase, not good. Joan, you thinking it's low blood sugar? I've seen your journal, so I'm quite sure that's what you're dealing with. Rather than have a full meal episode for yourself, I would definitely do a bio coffee or an apple, if you like apples, even a fourth of a banana, something like that. Kim, can I put some blueberries in my Carb Quick waffles? Let's think about that, Kim. So what category is a Carb Quick waffle? I know you just want yes. Most people just want yes or no. I'm not good at that because I want to love on people and help them understand. I don't like Travis said so. I like for you to go, Travis said so, and here's why. So you're having a waffle. Is that all you're having is a Carb Quick waffle, Kim? So for you to make it into a waffle, it's not a category 2. What does it become when you add the other ingredients? Not quite, Sheila. That would be incorrect. When we add the other ingredients, now we've got all the macronutrients in our Carb Quick waffles, and the Carb Quick waffle becomes a superfood. Now you have a meal episode. It's a category 6. Janice Turner, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You know this stuff. We have our waffle. We're not having anything with it. We're having our category 6 waffle. Could I add some berries to that waffle? Can we have a 6 plus 5? Can we have a 6 plus 5? No. So we could add a palm full of berries which is all we need, as a condiment. No, Patricia, we can have it. You can have anything 50 calories. So can she have 50 calories of berries meshed into her serving of a waffle? Yeah. That's just a smidge, probably a couple of tablespoons, but that's all you're going to need for that size waffle. We're just doing now. If she wants a full portion of berries, can't do it with Carb Quick. Can't do that. That would be a 6 and a 5. Everybody good? Did I miss anything? Why is it a superfood? Well, you don't eat Carb Quick straight out of the box. You mix other ingredients with it. And when we add the other ingredients to it, according to one of the recipes that's in the library, that recipe's been vetted, right? To make sure that it has the right ratio of protein, carbs, fiber, and fat, and that it will work at a certain portion. So when you have all the macronutrients in a recipe, that recipe is most often best called a category 6, because a category 6 has all macronutrients: protein, carbohydrate, and fat. Yep, better have some good approved syrup. You can't have any sugar-laden or fat-laden syrup. All right, y'all. Any more questions before we go? Last one. Those of you in our master class, we will be with you tonight at 7, master class students only. Still struggling here, it looks like on Tammy's asked, so you can have your next eating episode 11. I just wait till my timer goes off. The night before, if I declared I always do 12-hour fast, always. Not mandatory, but that's what I do. And then if I'm doing a 16-hour fast, I set a timer, and I consider it an exercise of faith and discipline. And then I wait till that timer stops, or it has expended 16 hours. Suzette, so the time is 4 to 6 hours in between. No, Suzette, I think that's probably, now I understand why you're hung up on that. So you've heard that the timing rule is you should spread your meals out 4 to 6 hours. Now I completely understand why you're hung up on that. So you haven't been in enough classes maybe, because the Shibboleth Shield, ding, 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 last one. The Shibboleth Shield. Water is mandatory. Journals mandatory. Combinations is mandatory. Portions is mandatory. Timing is just an optimization rule. Are y'all all with me now? So we suggest that on a regular Shibboleth day, you spread your meals out 4 to 6 hours, because your preceding meal hasn't even went through the first 2 phases of digestion in 4 to 6 hours. So it's a recommendation. But has anybody ever heard me in class say, if you mess the timing rule up, as long as you didn't mess the other rules up, it doesn't matter? Has anybody ever heard me say that? It's an optimization rule. It does not cost you a holiday. So if you just come to a few classes, you may have heard it said in a hurry, timing's 4 to 6 hours. The only rule in the Shibboleth Shield, of course, some people might not choose to do bless the name of the Lord, but out of your rules, that 5th one, timing It's not a deal breaker as long as you didn't have too many portions in a 24-hour period. Maybe that'll help now. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate the sweet comment. Thank you. Don't forget as we go today, as we leave you today, we'll just say aloha because we're not leaving. We'll be back. But please consider being a lifetime member. If you're a free community member, we're going to love on you regardless. We're going to help you regardless. But you do get a lot more features. Y'all, as any of my experienced members, do you feel that lifetime membership is worth it? $49, pay once, never pay again. Does anybody feel it's worth it? Hope you'll consider that. Get a lot more tools, resources. Please consider becoming a lifetime member. And if you're a lifetime member, because obviously we're giving a lot more than $49 of value, and we're trying to keep this mission going, please consider becoming a partner. I got some big surprises for our partners. You will not regret it. Any partnership of $5 or more per month will get you those features. So thanks for all y'all do. We love you in the Lord. Please let us know if we can be of assistance. Let's have a fantastic week. Let's all lose some body fat this week, live with more self-confidence, and most of all, let's live and eat unto Jesus. If we draw nigh to God, God will draw nigh to us. I'm going to break my fast. I'm going to go eat. Love y'all. See you in the next one.